Hi, welcome to September. I can't believe it's September 1st today as I'm sitting here recording this. And at the same time, the weather has absolutely been letting us know fall is here. Fall is here. And I don't know, I mean, we're all maybe experiencing some different things where we are in the world, but whether or not you're experiencing actual fall weather today, like I am, we know it's coming. I've noticed it actually throughout the month of even July and August, leaves starting to dry up and fall a bit. And they're strewn across the paths when I go on my walks. I'm starting to see some of the colors and the trees changing. And if we're paying really close attention, we'll notice that this has been happening. This has been happening throughout the month of August as things have gotten really hot and dry. We're always transitioning. We're always moving forward. We can never go backwards. And nature is always moving forward. And even though seasons move in cycles and we have winter every year and we have fall and summer and spring every year, it's still always moving forward. And that feels very much like a good thing to remind ourselves of, is no matter what is happening in life, we are always moving forward. We can't move backward, just like nature can't move backward. We're always moving forward, but there are cycles, there are seasons, there are things that we can depend on. So here we are in September. We're moving into a very active and transitional season. It's the brother season, the sister season to spring. So whereas spring is very active and there's new life pushing through, it's very creative, and we're doing our spring cleaning, and we have all this alive energy from coming out of our caves. Our September, October, November seasons, this transitional fall season is really about nesting and grounding and preparing our cave to go into it in the winter so it can be deeply restful and easeful and peaceful. We are not meant to be busy and doing and achieving outwardly so much in the winter time. So this transitional season, this season of autumn and of September, is about preparing ourselves and starting to put that energy and that action into feathering our nests, finishing up tasks. That's what some of the questions are for you this month. Or what are some tasks that you need to finish up? What do you need to wrap up for the year? And if there are some things that you've been meaning to do that aren't going to get wrapped up, set them aside. Wrap up everything you can as much as possible in September and even into October. Wrap that shit up. Like, get it done. Like, get it done. This is do the damn thing time, so that when you go into winter, you're not being bombarded with all these tasks, because in the winter we get tired and we need to rest. And then in the spring, new energy will come about, and some of those things that you let rest during the winter, we can take care of in the spring, or maybe they just took care of themselves and they're not as important now on the other end of things. So this is a true transitional season for grounding, rooting within yourself. All the vision casting, all the things you've been working towards out here, it's still there. Trust that your vision has been set, that your inner vision and your inner desires, that has all been transmitted out into the world. And now you get to start to pull your energy back into yourself, back into your body, back into your life, back into the walls of your home, the four walls of your home and the roof and the floor, and begin to put some attention here back into your home, into where you belong, into yourself as home in many ways as well too. And it's so important to remember that you are at home, you belong everywhere that you are, so long as you belong to yourself, which is very much the practice of stay with yourself, right? So belonging to yourself, staying with yourself, being at home within yourself, pulling all that energy back into yourself and into your life is really valuable, especially if you, like me, and I know that you do, want to be of loving impact out in the world. This is now our season to really take care of ourselves so that we can take care of others in the world. So you'll notice this month I dropped some beautiful quotes down at the bottom of all the stuff I give you for the month. There's some beautiful quotes for you to read, some mantras for you to adopt and make your own or play with, or make adjustments to, some really good prompts that you can sit with and ask yourself. Wendelin gave us a great inquiry card that what wants to be more fully experienced. And that's what we get to do here, is we get to ask, what do we want to experience more fully? What actions, what one action, what 2 to 3 actions would be the most impactful in really supporting my inner peace, my well-being, my sense of belonging, my sense of home, my sense of aliveness to the world. I read a quote by Mary Oliver recently, and maybe I'll drop it in here too, is like, I want to say for all my life, I was the bride of amazement. I was the bride of amazement. How beautiful is that? So even in the midst of whether we're out in the world doing big fancy things, or we're just being very close to ourselves and very close to our homes and to our lives, that we get to be the bride of amazement. And we get to be amazed at the beauty that surrounds us and the beauty that we create through our vision casting. So anyway, that's the theme, is grounding and nesting, and really, what are the practices that are most going to support you during this season? Another one of the quotes I dropped in here as kind of the quote for the whole month was habits, or my habitat is where my habits have a place to live or to be or whatever. So your habitat, your home, whether that's your inner habitat or your external habitat that you're creating, that's where you get to create habits within your habitat, inner habitat, outer habitat. Your habits support the environment that it is you want to be in within yourself and in the world. So really beautiful. So much to practice this month, so much to explore. Again, I keep it loose and fairly general. It's all a jumping off point. So take what it is that resonates with you now. I know that this can feel like such a busy season, and these transitional seasons, like fall and spring, they are the most active seasons, whereas winter is very restful and summer is meant to be very restful. Those are like kind of the top and the bottom. And then now, as we get into the transitional season, you can really use this energy to let go of what needs to let go of, take care of what needs to be taken care of, clean things up, tidy things up, get your shit together, and let the rest go. Let go of what doesn't serve you in your life right now, whether that's an old idea of who it is you need to be, or making room for new things to come in. So often we cling to the old. I heard this one time too from Danielle Laporte. She's another just a mystical miracle teacher that I love. She says, "I'm not empty, I'm full of space." And I love that idea. So in many ways, we feel like we're emptying ourselves out. We're letting things go. We're letting go of who it is we think we should be, even letting go of old stories or old dialogues, cleaning up the habitat, making this a more peaceful habitat within ourselves and within our life. So as we make those changes, it's not that we are empty, it's that we are full of space. We're creating space within ourselves to receive and to come into the fullness of who we are. We can't really grow into the fullness of who we are if we don't make space, if we don't make room. So you can think about it that way too. We're grounding, we're nesting so that we have space and we have room to grow. Grounding into the earth and nesting into the earth so that we can then blossom come springtime. I also like to think for our actually this month I was trying to find an image of baby birds in a nest, or a mama feeding baby birds that I liked, and I couldn't find one I liked. But you can think of this too as a time of feeding the baby birds, of really taking care of the little things, the things that need nurturing and tending to in your life, so that you feel really, really, really solid and well taken care of. Now is the time to root in, to ground into deep self-care. Yes. Amen. Okay, feel free to go over to the members lounge and share your insights, your takeaways, your questions. I will continue to to practice, posting things in the community, prompts and that sort of stuff. But feel free to drop in your own prompts if you're really thinking about something. If you're pondering something, mulling something over, go drop that into the group and say, hey, this is something I'm thinking about. What do you guys think of this? Really leverage the group with wisdom in this space, and think about how we can feather the nest of this space here together as well too. How can we continue to make this space more grounded, nest into it more fully, as I personally am preparing to invite more people into this space, into Sacred Habits, as well as into the membership. So how can we make this really loving, really inviting, really cozy, really nurturing, and easy? Like, how can this be easy? How can this be easy? Ask yourself that question about this space too. How can engaging in this space be easy? How can we make it easy? Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for now. I'm so happy to be here with you. Happy September. I will see you in the lounge. Bye.